Imagine that you go into a restaurant and as the waiter is showing you to your table, handing you the menu, they say, "I hope you don't get food poisoning from this." Or if you're going for a routine operation and beforehand the surgeon says, "I hope I don't kill you." Or you're getting a tooth extracted and the dentist says, "I hope I don't make a mess of this." It doesn't exactly inspire confidence, does it? And yet I don't know how many presentations that I have listened to where the person starting off begins with words to that effect by saying, "I hope I don't bore you," or "I hope you don't find this too boring," or "I'll try to get through this as fast as I can because I know you'll find it boring." Imagine setting yourself up for failure like that before you've said a single word. Now, I know when somebody says that, they don't intend to be setting the audience up for failure. I know that the reason for doing it very often is because the person is nervous, they're trying to build a connection with the audience, maybe have a little bit of humour. And all of that is great. But be careful with the language that you use to do that. Because if I say to you, "I hope you don't find this boring," what you're going to hear is boring, and you're watching out for boring. That's where your brain is going to be focused on. So instead, what can you do? Well, I'm going to go back to the topic that I talk about again and again, and that's preparation and knowing your audience. And I have videos done on this before in episodes 10 and episode 17 on both of those topics. But there really is that case of putting yourself into the audience shoes, into the audience seat, thinking, if I was listening to this presentation, would I find it interesting? And if not, what can I do about it to make it more interesting, more relevant to the audience that's there? Your starting point is always going to be, who are they? What do they know? What do they need to know? How do I bridge that gap in a way that is interesting and engaging and that they're going to want to listen to? Most definitely not setting them up for expecting a boring presentation. Think about who they are, what you're going to be telling them. Then make sure that you have your content relevant to them, that you are comfortable and confident with it, that you have familiarized yourself with it enough that it's going to be a conversation with the audience. And then have your practice done, go in and be prepared to deliver it in a conversational way so that you have that connection with them. But definitely avoid trying to bore the audience or setting them up for thinking that they're going to be bored. You can do better than that. You know you can. And if you need help with that, get in contact with me. I'm Maureen from Soft Skills Success, and this has been episode 20 of Unlock Speaking Confidence.